Yo, what up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good weekend. So, today I want to take a look at this clip from Jillian Michaels went on CNN and
It's gone into the Smithsonian.
they talked about the Smithsonian controversy. And there's so much garbage in that place. She came with like a binder full of all the woke crap they're trying to shove down people's throats. And of course, Abby Phillips, she has to turn it into a race baiting debate and has to expose how anti-white she is, because she is 100%, she is an anti-white woke leftard. That's clear. She's supposed to be the moderator, and yet she's always siding every single time with the lefties. And every time they bring up a good point, when the opposite side brings up a good point, she has to interrupt them. She has to stop them because she can't allow them to finish their point, because then it always makes them look stupid. Like, Scott Jennings is the star of the show, and she thinks that she's the star, and it's like, no, dude. Scott Jennings has completely turned the ratings around for this show. And this leftard right here, she got completely embarrassed by everybody. I'm gonna try and do another one on for Scott Jennings destroying her, but I don't think I'm gonna have time. But let's just get into this. It's about slavery. That's one of the topics they talk about. And of course, all the black people get triggered because they want to make it about white people when there's two other people they need to confront first, and that's the people that brought them here and the people that sold them. So three, actually. They need to confront the black people that captured them and traded them. They need to confront the Jews and the Arabs that are responsible for the transatlantic slave trade. Let's get into
This effectively now has some random person deciding what is appropriate for the Smithsonian to teach in terms of American history, things that don't offend parts of the MAGA base, right? So we're now literally reviewing parts of American history and parts of American culture to make sure it comports with Dear Leader and what the MAGA
Can we address
wants.
some of those things that are
Yeah,
in there?
let's do it.
Because have you looked at some of the things that are being...
Now, she doesn't want to. She knows once you start talking about what's actually in there, they're going to lose.
Slavery, yeah, slavery was a bad thing that was to talk about.
Okay.
Like,
he's not whitewashing slavery. So
he's not?
He's not. No,
okay.
He's not. And you cannot
Look at her
tie
dumb face.
imperialism and racism and slavery to just one race, which is pretty much what every single exhibit does.
Yep.
But let's talk about the fact that when you look at
Anti-slavery,
let's talk about the fact.
I mean, slavery in America was.
Do you realize that only less than 2% of white Americans own slaves?
Yep.
But it was a system of white supremacy.
You realize that
African
slavery
Americans
is
were
thousands
slaves
of
and
years old?
White people were
Do you know
the slave
who
owners.
was the first race to
I didn't
try
realize
to
this was
end
controversial.
slavery?
Wait a second.
Well,
White people were the first to try to end it. And this guy, he's not triggered over the fact that the first legal American slave owner was a black man who fought in court to get his slaves. He fought tooth and nail to keep his slaves.
It's controversial.
I'm very surprised.
This is
that
an
you're trying to
extraordinary exercise in historical revisionism.
I'm really surprised.
Do you realize that
Jillian, I'm surprised that you're trying to litigate who was the beneficiary of slavery and
I'm
who
not.
was not.
What I'm trying to
totally-
tell you
in
is
the
that
context of American
See how she twists it?
history.
Okay.
In the context of American history, what are you saying is incorrect by
What I'm
saying
is
that
you
it was white
cannot-
people oppressing black
every
people?
single thing is like, oh, no, this is all because white people bad.
Yep.
And that's just not the truth. Like, for example, every single exhibit, I have a list of every single one. Like, people migrated from Cuba because white people bad. Not because of Castro. Yes, no, it's in there. That's what I'm saying. You don't actually know what's in there.
Yeah, you don't
that
even
when
know.
you walk in the
Jillian,
front door,
what exactly?
the first thing you
Hold on,
see is the gay flag.
Jillian, you have a lot of stuff in front
Yeah,
of
I
you.
do,
What
because I don't,
exactly
because here's the
are
thing.
you talking about?
Okay, I'll give you an example.
Yeah, please.
There's one called Change Your Game, right? This has been an installation there. Is gender testing fair in sports? Does that, and then it goes on to talk about how it's complex to do gender testing in sports. It's not complex. It's basic science. That's untrue. It's XX chromosome, XY chromosome. That's sports. Is it fair to have biological men competing against biological women in sports? No. But why
But it's good for gambling.
is this in the Smithsonian? So it's been completely captured.
First of all, I don't.
And
think
it's totally partisan.
We don't. First of all, we don't have time to litigate
Of
all of this.
course we don't, because then you're going to lose.
But I do. No, no,
Got him. Oh, we don't have time now. Look, can I have some examples? We don't have time now.
And
no.
if everything is racialized, just like you're trying to do to me now.
Yep.
Excuse me.
It's like, oh, I can't believe you're trying to suggest, that slavery
just to
is
be
a good
clear,
thing.
you brought up race.
No,
this was a conversation about the arts, and you brought up race.
you did.
It isn't,
You
though.
brought up.
But the whole
hold
point
on,
of
hold
this
on,
is
Jillian.
that the issue
you
people
brought
take-
up. You brought up slavery.
She can't let her talk because she knows she's right and she's making great points.
And you brought up the question of whether. Hold on. You brought up the question of whether or not slavery in the United States is about race. The answer is
no, I
yes.
didn't.
No,
I did not
slavery
say
in the
that.
United States
don't
is
straw man
about
my
race.
argument because that's not what I said.
So what are
she
you
brought
talking
up
about?
slavery, and what I was talking about is that this isn't really about that. When you make every single exhibit about white imperialism when it isn't relevant at all, that is a problem. So when you're talking about Cubans leaving Cuba and you make it about white people bad, that's not accurate.
Can I just say,
that's my point.
All right, we're going to move on.
I was saying on the arts thing.
Yeah,
I
of
think
course
why
you do.
this is
Of course you do. Good job. Wow. Jillian Michaels has gotten so base, dude. Like, it's blowing my mind. She was a lefty loony in California, and she's a lesbian. And I think she's an independent, but she's like, her mind has been exposed to so much that she can no longer just sit there and accept all these things these insane people say. Like, that was, she's the voice of every normie out there right now. Like, that's just like tired of everything being racialized, tired of them always blaming white people for everything, which is what she still does, even though Abby Phillips is a multi-millionaire. And she has anti-white haters on there all the time, like Tiffany Cross and Joy Reid. So it's like, why are you bringing these people on? They are known racists, but yet you say there's a white supremacist hiding behind every black person. Like, insane, dude. Well, props to her, man. And let me know what you think. Leave a comment and like the video. All right, peace.